Hello everybody! Hope you're having a great summer. Today, I'll be teaching you how to create a website using new HTML tags such as anchor tags, iframe tags, and icon tags. We'll create sections such as your inspirations and contacts, and even add a menu bar. I'll be making this website based on the domino and stick projects I've been making so far, but you can implement these ideas on other topics. Using simple coding in HTML and CSS, we can create wonders. See you in the video. Hello everybody, so let us get started with our dominoes at Ashucodez. Okay, so I've already made the folder and I've linked it, and I made the style.css and then index.html, and you need these download 5.png and Hardman 11. Those are just images. You need this for your profile picture. I've chosen Ashucodez, and you need this for someone you look up to. Okay, so index.html. Let us get started. Our HTML, our normal HTML. Now inside that we need head. So after we do the head, title should be called dominoes, and after that we have to do link. We have to link the CSS. Link rel equals style sheet href equals style.css. href means hyperreference. Now, body. In that body, ul class equals menu. Close it. Okay, so the reason I put this ul, it means ul means unordered list. OL means ordered list. Let's say if we change this from ul to, well, I don't think there's such thing on HTML. Let me check. Yeah, there's such thing. Okay, so UL means unordered list. There's no numbers, but OL means ordered list. It means like there's some numbers. 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is kind of like steps. Okay, LI means list. Kind of easy to remember with LI and UL. Okay, let's make the class equals links, because all these lists we're going to be making links. This section in the body is going to be the menu bar. Okay, class equals links. Now inside this, we're going to be creating an anchor tags. Anchor tag, it's basically linking your website to another website. Iframe, another concept we're going to use, is kind of like anchor, except you get another website's data, like its content, and put it on your website. Okay, so href hyperreference equals, now where do we want this anchor tag to go? Whenever we press on this anchor tag, then where should we go to? We should go to welcome. The reason I'm doing hashtag, not like it's social media being like hashtag look at this, not those, but it's because CSS, if we want to make an ID, obviously also works on CSS, we have to do a hashtag. So this is why. So closing tag. Now what do we want whenever we press on something? Then we're going to go into hashtag welcome. So that something is home. So this section is called welcome, and whenever we press on home, then we're gonna be led to the section welcome. Okay, copy this many times. 5. Okay, so let's create our first section, which will be the welcome section. Section ID equals welcome. Remember, brackets is case sensitive, so make the same case. Also, if you want to put this download inside your Domino's at Ashucodez, then do this. Go into Google from Chrome or Safari or any other browsing website, then save the image onto your computer, then move the image from wherever you saved it and move it to this file that you made on brackets. I think I made that clear. Okay, so div class equals parallax inner. I'm just doing parallax inner. So, but basically we're going to be changing this parallax inner in CSS. We're going to be changing details, fonts, those stuff. Okay. Now inside that div, then we're going to be creating another anchor tag. And this is where this download5.png comes from. Basically the profile picture comes from. So basically when we click on this download5.png, where are we going to go? So I'm gonna go and search it up, Ashucodez, and let's go into highlights over here. Okay, I want it to be led over here. Let me get out of here. Okay, so when we press on it, then we're gonna be led over here. And target equals blank. Target equals blank. It means whenever we press on this anchor tag, then it's going to be making a new blank web page and getting the link. Let me show you. Okay, look here. Whenever we pressed on how and why to go to Mars, the whole web page changed to the YouTube. But what we're going to be doing is whenever we press how and why to go to Mars, it's going to create a new web page and it's going to say the YouTube link, how and why to go to Mars, and blah blah blah. Okay, so that's the end of our anchor tag. Now what happens if what are we supposed to click so that we can go there? And this is where this comes in. So we have to go into Finder or any, like, your desktop, and then go into this file that you created. I called mine brackets Domino's at Ashucodez. Okay, now press copy. Now download5.png, it's gonna be there. So, okay, but to create an image, source equals download5.png, and yes, we're done with our anchor tag, except let's make this image ID equals AAOF. You can call it any other ID, but we're going to be doing the same thing that we did with this parallax inner. We're going to be changing it on that CSS. Okay, so let's go continue. So we are done with this part. Now let's move on to H1. So under this picture, under this anchor tag, then what's gonna say? I wanted to say this: I am break, line break, and after that span, not spam, ID equals, let's call this name, and inside that let's call it Ashu. Okay, I am Ashu, and in this span ID, same thing. How much time do I have to say it? Same thing, parallax inner. We're gonna be changing it in CSS. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, now let's create an H2 as a little description. I make Domino and stick projects. Now we're done with this section. Now let's go on to another section. This section ID equals writing. So in that writing, just write something. Write like something that regards what what this topic is about. Then I'll get back to you. So I did it. Now before we do this, let's create something that'll say, hey, this is the writing section. So let's create an H1 tag. Inside, let's call it hi. Little greeting. Now I want to make a line below the hi. So div class equals line. And same thing, we're changing it in CSS. Okay, so you can read if you want, you can pause the video and read if you want, but let's move on. Now this section ID equals videos. Oh, here look. Writings, writing. Remember, add the S. So H1 my works and a line. Now get a work that you did. Can either be a code.org project, but I have, of course, put like a YouTube channel. Wow, how good is that? So I'm gonna go to my YouTube channel. And stick tricks and dominoes. Guys, be sure to like and subscribe and share, please. Thanks. 12 likes, guys, please. Embed. Get this. And let's move here. Now break, so that the videos are not next to each other. I want 3 works. You can put 3 works, but I recommend putting 3 works. Everybody likes some works. Okay, and remember I said you can also do code.org, so let's do that. It's really easy on how to get the iframe. Just go into code.org. Here it is, a domino cube calculator. View the code. Press share after it's done loading. Show advanced options, embed, and you get the cipher. Okay, so we are done with this section. Now let's move on to second to last section, inspiration. Inspiration, okay. Inspiration. Same thing, H1 inspirations. Div classic is fine. And yeah. Okay, so what I want you to do is create an anchor tag, and inside the anchor tag, whenever we press on the anchor, then it's going to be shown to a website or something that shows you all about your inspiration. But what do we have to press on so that it'll go to that website? So get a picture of your inspiration and put it on, but also remember to add a description of your inspiration, and I'll be back. And also it's the same reason I put this, because that's an inspiration. Okay, so I am done with my inspiration. HTTPS www.dominoshow.com and hartman11.jpg. That's my picture. Robert Specca having invented the art of toppling down dominoes. Before, it was just a game of dominoes. Have you ever heard of those games? I mean, I think you must have. Anyways, let's continue. We're already done with the section. Easy peasy. Now, let's move on and let's do contacts. Remember, it has to be the same as what you put over here, or then it won't work. H1 contacts div class equals line end. Now, right now, go to Google Maps. And get your location. You obviously don't get your real location. Just get your location, like a state in which you live in. You can also put that. Just search it up. Illinois. Nice. Okay, it was getting shown. Okay, so embed a map, copy HTML, go into brackets, and paste it down. Okay, so now let us create another div class not equal to line. It's called contact 1. It's going to be another section of this section called contacts, and this section is going to be telling you like my Gmail address and my Instagram. Although I don't have an Instagram account, I'm just gonna just put a random name for Instagram. I don't know. So contact 1, let's end it now. Anchor tag href equals. So whenever we press on this, then follow the syntax. Don't ask me why the syntax is, because there's a question sign for some reason, even though it's not a question. So weird. Okay. Follow the syntax, but do it for your email address. Tatsu.petersau@gmail.com. Question mark. Subject equals hello. When we press on this, then it's literally gonna go into mail and make a new mail to me in this Gmail address, which has a subject saying hello. Okay, remember target equals blank. Now inside that, I'm going to show you another new concept. I is really easy to understand. I means class. I means icon. So I class equals. Now listen to this. Do the syntax. F-A envelope. And this syntax, it's a pre-built-in class, and it makes an envelope icon. so people can be like, oh, envelope icon, and they'll, and obviously are very we have a brain for a good reason, so we can figure that this means mailing to somebody. Okay, now after we do this, I do this and NBSP this. You can do how much you want, but this is basically syntax for saying a space. I want it to be 3 spaces, and then now after that do an H3. So there's gonna be 3 spaces between the icon envelope and this H3. .b.saho@gmail.com. Lowercase. Okay. So now let's do a break before we move on to our Instagram. Just do the same thing. You can copy it down, except this time, instead of href equals mail to, let's go, since I've obviously haven't logged into Instagram, just go into the starting Instagram, like the sign in page, like this. Just get it and then put it. When we press on this, then it's gonna get led to this Instagram. Okay, so instead of FA envelope, it's gonna be FA Instagram. That'll show you Instagram icon. Okay, so after we're done with that, also H3. I mean, many Instagram, they just have people's names. So I'm just gonna do Shitansu_Sahu. Don't go looking for me on Instagram. Pretty sure I'm not there. Okay, so after that, let us end it. We've already ended the Shitansu Sahu and the I'm just checking, and everything is done actually. Okay, we're done with this. We're done with the HTML. Now let's do the next very hardest part. The only hard thing we have to do is like we have to write millions of code down. Anyways, in CSS, let us get started. So body, margin, just follow me. You don't have to no. Padding, top equals 0. Actually, not 0. 800 pixels. Text line. Probably sure that you know these. Okay, this background, you can put whatever I want, but you can choose. But you can remember, it's your website. But I'm choosing this cool background. Linear gradient. It's like a gradient background, and get a hex code for one of your colors, but it can't be black and white or any one of those opposite colors, because obviously that won't work. %, and other one B7 1C 100%. It look really cool, trust me. And semicolon. Okay, hashtag welcome. Position is absolute. Height 800 pixels. Color is hex code F. This hex code basically means you can just go hover on it and start a picture. for some reason. I don't know. Left 0. Just do the same thing. Left 0. Okay, so after we do that, the opacity, transparency, 0.83, and display this table, and width and height is 100%. And the z-index is 9. H1. Font size is 40 pixels, let's call it. Line height to font family. Let's do this one. Lato. Sanson. This is a cool one. Okay. Semicolon and font weight, like the boldness. So heavy. Oh no, the font weight, it's so heavy. 300 tons. I'm kidding, no. Okay, so remember, if we want to refer to a ID, then we have to do hashtag. Font size 30 pixels. Line height is 1.2. And the font family is cursive. I'm just gonna copy this. Except this time H2. And everything is good, but we need the font weight. Be 300. Extremely heavy, and I want the font family to be monospace. Already shows up. My computer's going extremely slow. Clicking something after 5 seconds, something happened. Okay. Anyways, hashtag bio is padding 50 pixels. Text align is center. And font size is 42 pixels. Dot line. Remember, if we want to refer to a class, then we have to do a dot. Height is 6 pixels. The background color is hashtag 000. And the width is 70 pixels. Wait a minute. Did we do a bio? Did we do a bio? I think I just did that for nothing. I think I'm referring to something else. I don't know. But I put that bio for some reason. I don't know why. It might sometimes go haywire. Out of control. Auto. Okay. Anyways, width is 70 pixels, and the only thing we need to do for this is margin is 8 pixels in auto. Okay. Now after we do that, now let's do the paragraph. That paragraph max width should be 450 pixels. Margin should be 25 pixels auto. The font size should be 17 pixels. And the line height should be 1.3. Okay, dot parallax inner. Remember, we're referring to a class, so it has to be a dot. Display table cell. Position relative. And text align should be center. Okay, so vertical line should be it should be middle. And that is it for parallax. Oh, I totally forgot about the inner. Parallax inner. Now let's do our menu. Remember, if we're doing a class, then we have to do a dot. Position fixed. Position is equal to fixed. I know I did position hyphen fixed. Fixed. Then after that, font family is sans serif. List style is none. And top 0 pixels. Width 100%. And so also the z index should be 10. The cursor should be pointer. And the background, you can choose your own one. Remember, it's your website. Background color. Color is, I'm gonna pick chartreuse. Okay, so we're done with our menu part. Now let's do our links. So float left, color black, padding right is 25 pixels, and padding left is 33 pixels. Font size is 20 pixels, and that is it for our links. Now, what about if links hover? Hover means like if we put our mouse on top of it, then what's gonna happen? So, dot links colon hover. Then what'll happen? I want the background color to be white. It's white. Okay, and anchor tag. Anchor tag text decoration is none. That's it for anchor tag. Very short. Okay, so next, HTML is scroll behavior smooth. And don't worry, it's supposed to be red in color, so you don't think that it's like a mistake, a spelling mistake or like that. Okay, scroll behavior is smooth. That's it for HTML. Now, hashtag AAOF. Width should be 255 pixels. And the height should be 255 pixels too, is because remember my profile picture is a let me do this. My profile picture is a square, or what I would call a sphere, like a circle. It might sound square, but it's a sphere or circle. I don't know why I always say sphere. Okay. Now I want it to be, these professional websites have this. They do hashtag AOF whenever I hover, then it becomes like, then it shrinks a little tiny bit. Not that much that it'll totally like, it'll be extremely different, but it'll be as much as that, like it would, as it can be recognizable. So same thing, it's a square or a circle. So 345 pixels. Yes. Okay, now we're done with this AOF. Now let's move on and do H. Second to last. Done. So height is 2070. No, 20. What is 2070? 270 pixels. And the width is 480 pixels. Now, what about H hover? So let's do that. Oh. Yeah. Okay. H hover, then height should be 250. And the width should be 460. And that is it for our CSS. Let's go into index.html and save. Now let's press this preview. I think, yep. Okay. Everything is good. Everything, and whenever you click on something, then let's just click on this. Then it creates a new web page. Domino show. Contacts. And look, it made a new mail. Don't say that, I don't want to say that, nope. Whenever we press on this, then we'll go into the Instagram page. Here's, we can play around with this. So yeah, hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope you learned a lot of stuff in our Domino's at Ashucodez. So see you in the next video.